Can you talk about some of the coordination with other agencies and service providers while we're trying to, again, make it as accessible as possible for everyone in the community, but also, facilitate a little bit of like harmony, just making sure everyone feels like they can take people no matter what their ages are. People here, Kyla, Rodney, Sessa, Nate, we've done a lot of cleanups and neighbors, walking tours. And that's something that it's on everyone's mind, but just always trying to get a little more clarity so we know what to expect, especially this summer when the weather it's not going to keep people from hanging out there.
Thank you for the question. So public safety is the primary focus of our partners in Blue, right, NYPD. We do have Parks Enforcement Patrol within Parks, right? We work hand in hand together. So if we ever need support from NYPD, the 40th precinct is very, Inspector Callahan is a partner. They foot patrol the park, they walk in the park, take a look at the park. Our Parks Enforcement Patrol are in the park. We also partner with local organizations, service providers, because we do have, a known issue with possible open drug use, right? And there's some unsheltered individuals that frequent St. Mary's Park, so we do work with the local service providers to come meet people where they are, because they are park users as well. So we don't, we try not to discriminate from anyone, but we try to meet them where they are. What I do ask is if the community see lights out, right? It's a public safety thing. It's a 311. If you can, on our behalf, report it to the community board, report it to us. That way we can work with City DOT. The street lights, the lampposts don't belong to the Parks Department. So I know that's a big one. When they go out, they belong to City DOT. We work closely with them. So we're in the park all the time. I always say to everyone, I go in the parks all the time. So when someone is saying, Commissioner, I'm not visiting your park, I'm trying to figure out why. So I'm in the park at the time that they're saying they're not visiting it to see what they're seeing, because I think it's important to see it through everyone's lenses, not just my own. So public safety, from that perspective, you need to let us know what you're not seeing so that we're aware. Because for us, we're there, we're present, my team is cleaning the park, making sure that it's beautiful for you to use, we're programming the park. You have our commitment to make sure that it's a great open space. One last question.
Before you go, quick, go ahead.
She said quick.
So, because you just opened the door for what my question was gonna be, how do you handle the needles and everything in the park? How often, do you have an agency that works with you guys, or you handle that?
So I'm gonna let Clinton speak, because I think he's been too quiet, but we do, our staff is trained.
Okay,
We do bloodborne pathogen training, so our staff is trained to properly dispose of syringe litter. But we do also work with service providers who come in and meet us inside the park, and they also help with disposal of syringe litter outside. Thank you. Next.
And I can add to that, Commissioner, I'm gonna add to that, the community board monthly gets reports from the amazing team from the manager on and down about the number of, and we closely work with our partners, that DSNY and other community partners about, as we watch the syringe numbers, how they go, and we also make sure we direct the needed nonprofit organizations or service agencies to make sure that they're providing the service they need around the park so that we can keep the numbers as much as possible under control.
And I'm sure Commissioner would have pointed out that we also meet with the service providers to see if we're, sometimes we have hotspots and, certain areas get more traffic than others. We monitor that and make sure that we're in the right spaces.
I feel like you're doing a good job, because I've seen our employees, they've been there a lot, and they're cleaning up syringes a lot, and I used to work in St. Mary's Park, and it was a lot worse stuff. So in the last few years, I feel that the cleanups have been more consistent.
me too, me driving my bike and everything, I don't see like I used to see a lot of trails and everything, it's way better. I mean, I've seen people with their gloves with those little I've seen them, but I just never realized what agency it was. I used to just look, oh, cool, they're cleaning it.
It's a collaboration of so many agencies, including make sure that there's needed redemption programs. There's so much that's happening, but it is, since I come to the board, it's been our focus to passionately work with PACs on a lot of different issues. This is an amazing opportunity of a long time waiting through my tenure and through her tenure working as a commissioner with her team to ensure that recreation is happening when the center is closed, but also to make sure that we return a safe, amazing recreation center to the community. And this is amazing news. Thank you for your leadership, Commissioner, and your team.
No, I have to talk about it. I'm just a little curious about the park police. How many do we have in the Bronx that service the Bronx? Because down here, it's been, I think, I can count how many times I've seen the park police down here. But when I go to some park outside the Bronx, they kind of like swing by more often. Now, is this determined by the park manager, or they do have a schedule to move around?
Okay, so I'm gonna touch on this very briefly. I wouldn't mind having the Parks Enforcement Patrol captain come to a different meeting. She does go to the precinct council meetings, so if you go to the precinct council meetings, you can meet Captain Lorenzo. We have places we report out of, right? Like, they're not precincts, but we have commands that we report out of. One is in Pelham Bay, one is in Crotona, and one is in Mill Pond Park. So if you see their vehicles based in those parks, it's because that's where they report out of. But they do mobile patrols. So their patrols are based on concerns that come in, right? Whether it's 311, whether it's a call from administration, but they're servicing the parks. St. Mary's Parks right now has 2 PEP officers daily. Daily. So if you're
It's
not,
new or?
they, when it gets warmer, right, we're able to deploy staff. Again, when pools and beaches, that deployment may change
They're on
because
foot? Oh.
they're normally on foot, but sometimes if they have a vehicle assigned to them, they'll use the vehicle. But they should be on foot. So if you're not seeing uniforms, please let us know. I'll have a conversation with Parks Enforcement. Just so that, we can, and their numbers, I think, I don't wanna lie, I think I got it, let me see, I don't wanna lie about their numbers, it's in the low 30s, for the entire borough.
Are they assigned by zip code or just?
No, they're borough-wide.
When you say borough-wide, because what I found out to be that allocation of resources to the right place is very important than doing an allocation where really, if you're gonna see 2-3 of them park, Crotona, for instance, sitting there, whatever, or patrolling there, where no one is down here, there is a problem. So I think that in a given day of summer, our expectation in our neighborhood here is at least see them driving around. Because again, we heavily use that park. And I do use a Crotona also, the tennis court there. And sometimes there's another park where up in Bronx there, where there's always a barbecue. I'm always, for some reason, I have to invite it all the time. And I see them around.
Yeah, doesn't remember the name of the park.
So I'm just saying, what we're asking for is please don't forget about us about.
No, never. So I will take that back. I will have a conversation because I don't want to see them have a Parks Enforcement Patrol, but I will let them know that.
But you can come on, visit us.
And I think that I want to just add to the conclusion of the commissioner's testimony is that it is the budget consultation time. This is a primary focus for our district. This is that's to where the mayor introduces executive budget. Record number of funding is hopefully will go through with parks in the final budget. And so we also signed the more than 1% pledge to encourage our elected officials to dedicate 1% of the entire city budget to parks. We're, again, that's still in conversation, so I want to tackle it. But again, this has been a priority for budget consultations for this district to ensure that we have increased the funding levels that has been unfortunately historically to hopefully be able to hire more PEP officers. We understand park safety is important.
I have a question, I'm sorry. What is the budget for programming in, I guess that my question is with regards to the possibility for increasing that budget over time, right? There's so many, there's limited recreational spaces in the South Bronx. We don't have too many that are free or at a very low cost. We're happy to have the Y. And I think that the fact that a lot of people use the Y is a testament to the fact that there is a huge need. So I was wondering, especially in your experience, Commissioner, with regards to recreational facilities throughout the Bronx, what is your take on what the community is getting right now and the possibility to perhaps, working with the community to increase the programming? I don't know too much about
No,
how.
I think that's a great question. I don't know that I can put a financial number to it, but I know that the chief touched on some programming numbers that we only brought to St. Mary's over a small time period, that time period, it's a small time period,
Huge numbers,
have-
yeah.
big numbers, so we're out there. And my personal goal as the commissioner is to program every programmable space in the borough of the Bronx, because I feel that you don't have to leave the borough of the Bronx to have an enriched experience.
Correct.
So that is, my team understands that, and we meet regularly to have that discussion. I can't put a dollar amount to it, but that's why we say whatever suggestions you have, send our way. If you see a lack of programming or a need somewhere, we can't reach every park, right? So I also rely on partners. So there's certain partners that are activating parks on our behalf with us to make that presence known, right? So we definitely are looking at that, because.
Thank you so much. And one last thing, I apologize. We often struggle to find space, with the renovations going on at the Lincoln Hospital. We had to wait quite some time to even host our community board meetings. And I know there's some requirements, right? That we cannot host outside groups in a facility when there are children and programming, but our meetings are usually 6 to 8. So I was wondering if within the new facility, renovated facility, if there was opportunity, even if limited opportunities, so that when we are looking for spaces to host a community board meeting, potentially if the space now provides that, or if that is not the case because of the kids.
Maybe to showcase the place.
I don't wanna say a hard no or yes, because it's gonna definitely depend on the programming. Because we try not to interrupt programming for meeting space. So I can't answer that, because it would seem like it can be an ask, right? You can reach out. If we can make it happen, we will try to make it happen, but we don't displace programming.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. I mean, we're going to get to your next appointment. We have to move. I'm sorry, Mr. Francis. Share your questions if you have outstanding questions with the district manager's office, and we'll communicate with the commissioner's office going forward. We have to get her to the next meeting. She's been very generous with her time. And thank you for your time.
I have 792 facilities, but how many parks?
I want you to answer me that question next time.
I'll be ready. They just keep coming offline. Thank you so much, everyone. It was very nice.
Thank you for coming. Yes.
We have already on Saturday. And then.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, the meeting has not ended. Please, let's get the commissioner outside. If he has it. Thank you. The meeting has not ended.
Yeah, go ahead. She said,
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Legacy, man. I remember Rodriguez is working for her. There's no more about
no problem.
Excuse me, Chair.
Yes.
I would like to make a motion to have CSR present about this opportunity now that all of that has cleared.
Anybody second it?
I second, Michael second the motion.
Go ahead, bro.
Thank you.
Listen, come on, let's see, the agenda is still up.
Thank you. So everybody got this thing
Are your
here.
kids
No, I
interested
didn't
in
get it.
STEM?
You didn't get
I
it?
don't think I
Are your
have.
kids interested in
There you go.
STEM?
Where did I?
Thank you. No, I have it.
This one.
Yeah, so.
All right, thank you.
So,
Alright.
Yeah, a friend of mine, Stacy Ann Weaver, is working with Bowl.org to start a scholarship for women in STEM. So a lot of women don't tend to get funding in STEM fields, so I helping her. Tell you, this is for information only to know more about these fundraisers that we are doing, and also we are trying to fundraise this money to be given to women in STEM in the Bronx, in the South Bronx mainly. So I'll be helping her, but she's the one that's leading this. Her name is Stacy M. Weaver. So yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to show. Thank you.
How do you donate or get more information, like what?
Oh, you just go to the Bowl.org and then you just donate.
Okay.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you for that. That's it.
So this is you say it's a scholarship, right? And this goes out to every kids or you say for women?
Yes, women of color. If most of the time it's first generation women of color that has been approved to a science field, and they will be given the scholarship. Right now we're raising funds. If we raise $400, that's all they're going to get. So this is just information only. Well, I'm going to be going to. I came here just to inform people about this because it's very important for people of color, especially women in the STEM field, to be given opportunities to get funding. So that's why I'm doing this for her.
Is this, do they have to be like high school seniors, or can you be an active college student? Like, what are the qualifications behind
So
this? Do you
the-
have to be on financial aid, like, or do you just have to submit the essay? What are the requirements?
And to follow up on that, is this for any college of their choice?
Yeah. So okay. So the first how this works is that you have to raise the funds, and then you go to another process, in which Bowl.org reaches out to high schools in the Bronx, because we specify that, and then they have to be admitted to college already, and they will submit an essay to us stating why they want to be in STEM. And that's the second part. We cannot do the second part if we don't raise any funds. You can't do the second part. But the second part is basically saying that we want them to be admitted first to a college, right? If they've proven they got admitted to a college, and then we read the essay, and then we pick. If we have $1,000, we could get two people. We just give them $500 each. It's whatever is raised, but the minimum that we could get to give somebody is $500. So, and then they do their essay, and we have like a criteria what they want, and then it has to be STEM, women of color from the Bronx that have been admitted to a university.
Are there,
Okay. So high school seniors only.
High school
This
seniors
is
only.
limited to high school seniors, no
Exactly.
active college students.
No,
Okay.
active college students.
are there any initiatives already to raise these funds?
Right now, we are in discussions to do fundraisers, May, and then what's the name of that, Morada. But we're trying to do first thing is to introduce Stacy Ann Weaver, because this is her thing. I'm an assistant.
And I just had another quick
assistant.
question regarding the timeline for this. Is this for this upcoming academic year, or is this for next year?
No, for next year. So first the funds are raised into September, whatever we raise into September. And then if we raise $500, and then the next process comes in, which is the next web page that goes into asking high school seniors to submit applications. And then me, her, and other people will look over the applications. And then in May, when they close to graduation, we have an event or something to give out the scholarship to them.
You guys have a GoFundMe?
No GoFundMe. No, this is like a GoFundMe. It's Bowl.org. That is like a GoFundMe.
It's like GoFundMe?
It's not GoFundMe. This is like strictly Bowl.org is scholarship only. So when people go look for scholarships, they go to Bowl.org to see if they qualify for a scholarship.
No, but in terms of raising funds, don't you think that through GoFundMe, you can raise more? You can have people that can, philanthropy that can
Yep.
add more money to it.
Especially,
Because this is really for good purpose.
that's right.
And if you throw it out there, you don't know who's gonna bump into and say, hey, some people out there have money, they're trying to figure where to.
Tax write-off.
Yeah, so I think that might be another way of.
We cannot do GoFundMe because
Then how does somebody,
this is you go to bold.org. It's a,
so the platform itself has a fundraising
exactly.
mechanism?
They have this,
okay, so
the platform itself.
Yeah.
So,
Trying to support that level.
Oh, no, I get it. So board is just like another GoFundMe.
Exactly.
Something, wait, see what I mean.
Oh, sorry.
Somebody can go in there and.
From what we understand, you asking for people to donate for this?
Yes.
I think you should have that, let's talk about this offline.
No, yeah.
Steven?
Yeah, I got some ideas set up too. No,
afterward,
no ideas.
afterward.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and we have a make a
I think
motion.
the original, I don't know, I don't wanna speak for you and your partner, but I think the original thing of this was to just spread awareness about this scholarship that will be
Exactly.
available for the next upcoming school year for high school seniors, which is why like it was asked about specifications for what are the qualifications, which she specified high school seniors, women in STEM. I think it's just like an exposure type of thing that this scholarship will be available to apply for. Am I speaking correctly?
Yeah, but then everybody's, talking something else.
But that's when you have to clarify. So-
You clarify things.
All right, so
But I
let's
was
go back.
already kind of like,
Let's go
yeah.
back
Thank
on
you
the
for presenting
agenda,
that.
old business. NYPA workshop
Yeah.
discussion.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't have nothing. So.
Huh?
I don't have nothing.
Okay. All right.
You gotta talk to them.
Any motion to adjourn?
I made the motion to adjourn. I second the motion, or the
Thank you.
But you know you should have brought.
Oh, good, yes.
Thursday.
Thank you, Bob. I will.